Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23. Yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now, 180. We're good. You're right, 80.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Carr, throw left side, taken in by Renfro. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Now it's Ginn. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check. You're good.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Breeze to the right side and complete to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest-paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest-paid non-quarterback ever, though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year, led the NFL, 5th highest total in league history. Not bad for a guy that when he played Little League football, he's one of the guys that, you know, the coach said, okay, who hasn't played yet? Because everyone has to play a minimum number of plays. That's what he was doing when he was in Little League football. Now he's one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, Harris. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now this throw caught left side. A gain there of 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5 at the Saints' 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
93.
Carr now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Now Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go. Let him. Hey, let go.
On first down, Breeze. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow. 89 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
To throw, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Five. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Raiders have got him. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. Here's Thomas Morstead now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Harris now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They've got his man complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
36. Hey, high 7. Hey, easy.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, Charlie! Watch QB jump! Watch QB jump! Mark 55! Mark 13!
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. You need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
61, matchbox lights.
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, kill. 5-9. Hey, exit.
There's Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 37 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He's going to loft one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, we're good. You want it,
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, it's Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Brees. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Brees now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Switch. 5-9. 53.
Snap comes at 1. And now Brees. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 2nd down, here's an option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's airing it out for Will. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 64 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, big man P.J. Hall had the path to the QB there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hey, wahoo! Give me something. Back 55, back 55.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Down. 4-7's the mic. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. That's up.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Man open left side is Brown. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Pass complete, Carr to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. Rip right. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Carr going to throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. So this one a victory for the Raiders